Hi guys. Mm, elections. Okay. Good morning. I feel like it's been so long. I almost forgot like how to do this live thing. If you can hear me, let me know. Good morning, Trini. Good morning, Troy. Okay, you can hear me. I'm streaming on my phone. All right, thank you so much. Let's wait and see if we can get a couple more people. I just wanted to share my thoughts on this Ukraine-Russia conflict and the state that Africans are in over there, basically. So it's gonna be a really quick life. What have I done? Can't remove this thing. Anyways, thank you so much for joining. Go ahead and hit the like button, please. If you're just coming in, hit the like button. If it's your first time, thank you so much for joining, and do subscribe to my channel if you're not already. And if you are an old subscriber, thank you for coming back. I'm good. I'm good. ATM. I'm good. How are you doing? How is everybody doing? I hope you guys are doing great. It has been a long time that I showed my face here. So, oh, there you go. Okay. Anyways, so, um, what's your thought about Africans being racially discriminated in Ukraine or at the Poland border right now? I want to hear from you guys. What your thoughts are on it. Let me know how you feel about the whole situation. I know I was taking a good break, but honestly, I felt bad because it has been such a long time. But I'm good now. I'm back. I'm back. So let me know, guys, what is your thoughts on the Ukraine Russia conflict and the state that Africans are in? Good morning, Queen Giselle. How are you? I'm good. Hit the like button, please. I feel like this camera is so close to me. I don't know. There you go. I think that's better. Let me know what your thoughts are, please. Okay. Isatu. Hi. Hi, Isatu. How are you? Glad to see you too, Giselle. Glad to see you too. So, over the past week and couple of days, like there's a lot of complaints and stuff's going on in the media, um, on Twitter, Facebook, everywhere basically, where Africans are talking about how they are being treated by Ukrainians and the Polish people, which just shows everyone, including Africans, what we deal with in the West, and that this won't ever change. I'm finding it. Yeah, I know, right? I miss you too. I too. Thank you. So yeah, so I wanted to come here and share of what I saw on the media. I have seen a lot of people complaining, saying that even in the middle of a war, people are still, being racially discriminated. Africans are still being racially discriminated. And honestly, for me, I'm not surprised about it because maybe because I have been in America for long and I have seen it and I have experienced it. So I'm really not surprised. And it was not like a big deal for me like it was for most Africans, especially the ones that are in Africa and in Ukraine. It's kind of shocking though if you have never been through it or if you have never seen it. But the thing is that um, Ukrainians saying Ukraine first, okay? For me, it's not as if it's a bad thing, you know. Although humanity taught us to be, you know, good to each other, but the reality out there is different. So if people are telling you otherwise, it's all a lie. You'll never know all this if you're in Africa unless you you're in the West here, either America or Europe. Honestly, I had no idea that there were any other people there, so I was shocked. Me too. I didn't know that there's like a lot of Africans in Ukraine. I was shocked too. I was like, ooh. So yeah, but honestly, Africans, they travel a lot, so expect them from anywhere. That they could be anywhere. Expect that Africans are anywhere in the world, literally. So yeah, people are being sent back to at the back of the line, the queue, because the Ukrainian says Ukraine first. The Polish people said Ukraine first. Now, the reason why I think that most of the time when stuff like this happen, Africans get mad a lot, they get angry a lot, is because we don't put no value on ourselves. And that's our biggest problem, okay? If you value yourself, they say do unto others what you want people to do to you, right? But in Africa, in most of these African countries, we put value on other races or people from the West more than ourselves. Africans will bully an African to protect another race. Africans will beat up an African to protect another race. Africans will insult their own African or their own brothers and sisters to protect another race. Now, I'm not saying that, we should not, be good to other people or protect other people, but value first. It's very important, and you don't expect people to value you. You don't expect people to love you if you have no love for yourself, if you have no value for yourself. People will respect you if you respect yourself. But most of us Africans, from what I see and what I know, is that most of us don't respect ourselves. I feel like some of us, like, I don't know if it's low self-esteem, or I know colonialism plays a big part in this, but it's so sad. Imagine, God forbid, if this was happening in Africa. Let's say this was a conflict between two African countries. I'm telling you, you would see how Africans would be protecting other races. you would see how Africans will be beating up, killing each other to protect another race. You know, it's very unfortunate, very, very unfortunate. And I feel sorry for those people that are there, in Ukraine right now. Um, I wish them all the best. I hope they are safe, but don't be surprised. I'm not surprised. And I feel like this is just a lesson, you know? Take it in good faith. It's sad, but we have to take it in good faith. It's a lesson for us to do better. It's a lesson for us to love our brothers and sisters, our fellow black people. It's a lesson for us to say Africa first too. It's a lesson for us to say black people first too. There's nothing wrong with it. I mean, that's why I said there's nothing wrong with Ukrainians saying Ukraine first. Because you are supposed to be saying Africa first too. So why the complaints? Why everybody is like, angry, whining? Like, for me, if this was happening in any African country that I was in, because I have seen this and I know this is the reality out there, I'm gonna protect my own brothers and sisters first. I don't care what anybody says, but I'm gonna protect my own brothers and sisters first. Well, I'm gonna be good to other people too, but I know that if those people were in my shoe, they would do the same thing. What we need to understand, and I feel like what the Africans that are in Ukraine need to understand, is that, listen, your life at this point is important, but don't think it is as important to the Ukrainians and the politicians as their own people. Because yes, some of you are there for school, you paid some money, so it's gonna be really sad. Sorry, I need to silence this thing. Right. So it's gonna be, you would expect that they would treat you just the same way they would treat the Ukrainians. That's your expectation, because at least somehow you bring value to that country as well. You know, you bring money to that country. But I think that the life of Ukrainians is way more important, and it's gonna be number one, and it's what they're gonna look out for, because this is their country, this is their people. So it's okay for them to want to say, I'm gonna save my people first. It's okay for them to say that they're gonna save their people first, because these are the people that are more important to them, not you. You should be more important to your African people. Okay? So I'm gonna say, take it in good faith. Don't be angry, try to save yourself, protect each other as black people, help each other as black people. Since you have been tossed to the side, hold on to each other and help each other. This is the time to show that you value yourselves. This is not the time to come to the internet and complain every single day, because complaining is not going to make a difference. People have been complaining for so long, you know people have been complaining about racial discrimination for way too long, in America, in Europe, everywhere you go. As long as you're black, you are a problem to most of these races. Everywhere you go, as long as you're black, they see you as a problem, and you will always come second. you know I don't mean this in a bad way, but that's the truth. That's what they show us. That is what is out there. That's the reality out there. Forget people that come to Africa and make it seem like they're nice, they love you, they're all that. It's all fake. Obviously, when you go to people's country, you're gonna be nice. you know Sometimes some of them are good, though. Some of them are good, so let me not generalize, because in every race you go, you will see good and bad people. Okay, you will see people that will value you just the same way that they value themselves. But there is a lot of hate, there is a lot of racial discrimination towards us as black people. God help Ukraine, but those people, exactly. And I feel like being in Ukraine, these people, they need to, they should have known that, you know. That's why I said I'm not surprised that they're doing things like that. So unfortunately, my people, African people, are so surprised. Everybody is talking about it on the internet, but I'm gonna say they should hold on to each other. They should help each other and support each other just the same way the Ukrainians and the Polish people are supporting their people. Hmm? Like I said, if this was happening in Africa, you think we're gonna be busy saying, "Oh, Africa first, Gambia first, Nigeria first"? No, it's gonna be like we're all humans, we're all the same, so we're gonna fight the fight together. We're gonna protect each other. But when you go outside of Africa, it's not like that anymore. And this is why we need to open our eyes and start making a difference. Because what you're made to believe is not the reality on ground. So if you're thinking that you're treating people good, they're gonna treat you the same way, then you're mistaken. If you're gonna treat people good, treat them good for the sake of, maybe for God's sake, you know, and for humanity's sake. But don't treat them in expectance that they're going to treat you the same way too, because they will not, especially in these Western countries, you know. And then some African countries did send, you know, um, planes to go get their people, and we have seen that some Africans don't want to go back home. You know, they want to stay. I guess, I don't know if they want to fight or they want to stay and go to another country as a refugee. But what I want to say is that listen, these are times of war. This is not a joke, okay? In as much as we want to be um, in these Western countries, you know, to better ourselves, you know, have a good life, the most important thing here today is to be alive. So I don't know, like, what some of these people expect their governments to do. I mean, you were so lucky to have an African government come get you in the middle of war. I'm surprised, because I would have, because like, people would be protesting in Africa to have those things get done. So for these people to just get up and say, you know what, you know, we value our people. We're not gonna let these Ukrainians treat them anyhow. You know, we're gonna go get them. And some of you are gonna sit there and say you don't want to go. You're waiting to go to another country to be a refugee again. It's not. You think it's gonna be easy over there? I understand that it's not easy in Africa. You know, I understand that some people come from backgrounds that maybe, you know, their people depend on them, and I understand that some of the people in Ukraine are, you know, illegal. So if they go back to Africa, maybe coming back to Ukraine or going to another European country may be difficult. But don't you think that your life is more important at this point right now? You know, as long as there's life, there's hope. So I believe. As long as there's life, there's hope. Save your lives first. It's not worth it. So you're busy trying to go to another country when there is help being offered to you, and you refuse to take that help. What if you lose your life tomorrow? Will there be hope again? I don't think so. There'll be no hope again, because you're gone. You're gone, and gone forever. People will cry for you and then forget about it. Life goes on. We're gonna move on, and this racial discrimination is gonna continue. For me, I feel like, I don't know when this is gonna stop, but I don't think this is gonna stop anytime soon. I think this is gonna continue. Black people are always gonna be treated like this for as long as possible, because our color, is what these people see as a problem. And it's sad. It's very sad. But it's the truth. It's the truth. So I would say let's learn our lessons. For those of you who think that the grass is green on the other side, it is not. Especially for those in Africa, you know, people have been making videos thanks to social media now. Even if you're in Africa, you know what's going on in the wall, unless you refuse to accept it or you ignore it. But most of us know what is going on now. Most of us know how our people are being treated. Most of us do talk about it. Most of us do tell our families how things are here. You know, you work hard day and night, you know, to provide for yourself and your family to have a better life, but it all comes with judgment. It all comes with people looking down on you. It all comes with discrimination. This is the reality. This is what people are going through in the Western wall. This is what black people are going through, you know. And like I said, I'm not mad that Ukrainians said Ukraine first. I'm not mad. In fact, I think it's kind of like a lesson to us, and for us to choose us first too. For us to choose Africans first, for us to choose black people first, period. You know, if we value ourselves, everybody else is going to respect us. But some of us, we don't. We don't. Go to Africa, some African countries, and let's say you as an African, you're coming from America or Europe, you know, at the airport, be at the airport with another person who is white and see how that person get treated in front of you by your own brother or your own sister, as if you're nothing. Yes, this is what happens. See how another race gets treated in Africa on top of our own black people. I mean, like some of us are just, I don't know, some of us are just crazy, you know. They would do anything for these people and then look down on their own black people. I don't know why we do this. I don't know. But it's sad. Very sad that we are our own problems. We are the architect of our own problems, basically. We are the architect of our own problems as Africans, as black people. We need to be one. We need to love ourselves. We need to protect ourselves. We need to say it is us first and stop expecting that other people are going to choose us first. It don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. How do you expect another race to choose you first over their own? We're the only people that do that. And it's so frustrating that until today, people are not woken of the things that are happening. With all the things that we've been seeing on the media, with all the things that African been talking about, you know, an issue would come up where a black person and another race is involved in, we whine about it, 1, 2, 3 days, 1 week, gone. Everybody forgets about it. Back to, oh, we are the best people, we are Africans, we love everybody, this is what humanity says. And then it's the other way around if we are treated the same way. Think about it. Like, think about it. Why do we do this to ourselves? You know, it's also a lesson to our African government and our leaders. You know, it's so sad that you guys would go and try to evacuate your people, and some of these people would prefer to die in the Western countries than go back home. Some of them says what? There's nothing to go back home to. You know, if I go back home, what would I do? Where's the job? Where do I get money? Who's gonna help me? No jobs. People are educated, but no jobs. So sometimes when you look at it, I'm not saying these people should not go back home. I am in for them going back home. These are times of war. Like I said, go back home if you should. But some of them don't want to go back home because they have no hopes. All their hopes are lost. They feel like their hopes are gone. If they go back home, they're gonna, where do you start from? You know? Because at least if there was something like, you can go back home, walk, there are jobs waiting, just like, or other parts of Europe, it would have been better. I'm sure so many of these people would say, you know what, let me just go back home, and then at least I can start from scratch again. But I feel like some of these people feel like there's like where to start from. There's nowhere to start from, literally. And they're ready to stay there and lose their lives, then go back home to Africa. So it's an eye-opener, a lesson to our leaders, and a lesson also to all Africans. A big lesson for those of you who think that the grass is green on the other side. It's not. It's not. It's not. And we're gonna continue seeing things like this every time. This time is Ukraine, but God forbid if it happens somewhere else, we're gonna see the same thing. This is not a new thing. It has been going on for years and years and years and years, and it's gonna continue going on. That's why I said, now it is time to say Africa first. Time to say Black people first. It is time to say I'm going to protect my own people first, just like they do. Nothing is wrong with it. Do not do not be do not feel bad that you said yes to yourself, that you want to protect yourself first. Don't feel bad about it. It's okay. This is what we all do. This is what they do. This is what they do. So it's okay if you do it. Why feel bad about it? Why feel about protecting your own? Why feel bad about valuing yourself first? You know? So I just wanted to come out here and, you know, talk about it and say my thoughts about it, how I feel about it, and what Africans should do. Because in all this, you know, I just want to tell Africans that you come first, and your fellow Africans should come first, and they just taught you a lesson. You know, I'm not happy that this is going on in Ukraine. I'm not happy that Africans are going through this, but it's a wake-up call. This is just smoke. The fire is on the way. Africans wake up. True. You're so right, African village boy. You're so right. We need to wake up. It's time. Hi, Jai Joyce. I miss you too. I miss you a lot. How you doing? Os92. Hi, Os. I miss you. Thank you all for coming. I missed you all, but yeah, I'm back. I'll be doing lives, you know, and some pre-recorded videos as well. So time to time, I'll be doing live. I promise. I'm not going back. But yeah, choose yourselves. Choose yourselves. This is just the beginning. It's gonna keep happening. No matter how we say, no matter how they say, what do they call this again? Like, we are all one. We're all one. No. When stuff like this happen, that's when you're gonna know who is who, that they are one. and you should be one too. So that's all I wanted to say, because I've seen a lot of posts on the media, people talking about how they've been treated, they've been sent back all the way to the back of the line because they say Ukraine first. And it is happening to only um, Africans or black people, and that's sad, because I know Africans are not the only foreigners over there. You know, there are other people over there. Why aren't they complaining? Why aren't they saying that they should go back um, um, behind the queue? Why aren't they saying that to them? But because you have that black and brown color, that is where the problem is. That is what they see as a problem, and they will always see as a problem. Now, all of these people, I'm not saying, like I said, I'm not generalizing, so I don't want anybody to come here and say, oh, not everybody, blah, blah, blah. I'm just saying this is the reality out there. It may not be everybody, but most people really don't like your brown color. Most of these people really don't like your black color. Some of these people can be smiling with you, but do not wish you well. Maybe do not even want you in their country. You know, they need your money, they need your help, but it's not like they need you there. They don't need you. And saving your life is not their priority. Saving the Ukrainian lives is what is their priority. And saving our lives should be our priority. That's it. That's just it. It's so sad, but that's the reality. So I'm gonna cut this live here. You know, I kind of wanted to do a pre-recorded video, but I'm gonna be busy today, so I said let me just go live and do a quick one. That way I won't have no editing to do. So, but yeah, thank you guys so much for coming. I really appreciate you guys. Joyce, Giselle, O's, everybody, I've missed you, and welcome back to my channel. Go ahead and hit the like button if you did not hit the like button yet, and if you're not subscribed, then go ahead and subscribe to my channel. So yeah, I'll definitely see you guys in my next video or my next live. I have a couple of lives planned out, so I guess I'm gonna be scheduling some lives, that way you guys know when I'm coming live instead of just popping up here like that. Anyways, thank you guys, and bye. I'll see you later. Bye.